Hello. I'd basically installed a new pool. I was wearing my swimming trunks and I was expecting a delivery from FedEx. Doorbell goes, sort of, oh fuck, I have to get out. I was only been in there 5 minutes and I thought it would be FedEx. Kept the door and it's two of those, two from Jehovah's Witnesses. Would you like our magazine? Have you heard of our magazine, Awake? Well, I don't usually get the magazine, but thank you. I didn't want to hurt their feelings. But then the woman said, "Is that a swimming pool you've got there?" I think she'd seen my wet trunks. Quite a draw. And there was a glimpse of it through the conservatory. So then I said, "Yes, I've just installed it." And the man said, "Oh, I'd love to have a look if you don't mind." I said, "Okay." So they shut the door after them and tiptoed through the house. They were paying me compliments and looking very keen. So inevitably I said, "Well, why don't you get in the back there? I've got two, it's like a hot tub bit at the back. And I'm going to carry on swimming if you don't mind." I didn't bother asking them whether they had swimming costumes. I should have thought it through because as things would turn out, it wasn't a good idea to let them in. Now, they set up a camera and that's how I got this picture. They emailed me this one shot, not the others, just this one shot, which seems to be quite innocent. But anyway, so I got in and started swimming. Not really sure. I knew they had got in the back. I couldn't see them, and I had told them that I wouldn't be. I'd just be doing crawl for 30 minutes, and they could just, have a conversation, enjoy themselves, etc. But one of the neighbours said that quite soon the man seemed to get quite close to her, and that he seemed to be able to hold his breath for quite long periods. She suddenly looked a little bit ecstatic, was his phrase. Jaw dropped, arms out. Now another neighbour was more upset and said that he'd seen some lewd antics and that though I bought a pool, didn't give me the right to start nude shows and more, he said. So there's me swimming away, and God knows what sort of filth was going on behind. But it made me think later that the Awake magazine was, who knows what they were thinking about, whether there was some pun intended, but they certainly awoke me, and I won't be inviting Jehovah's Witnesses into my pool again. But the main thing was I did get my swim done, and they were as good as gold because as I got out, I sort of dawned on me that they were probably naked. So I said I was going to make some tea, and that I did, and that gave them the chance to get their clothes back on and tidy up their copies of Awake magazine. An older man who lives at number 4 Croftdown, he's through the bushes there. He's on the other side. He said it was the first time he'd got an erection in some years. He wouldn't hear of anything of me criticising them. They were good people, and that there's nothing wrong with the human figure. And why not enjoy a summer day through a sort of link up? Anyway, it's a good pool and I'm rather pleased with it. I'm often in it and I get flashbacks occasionally to what might have been. I didn't ever turn my head round. It was just as well, really. They duly sent me an email with this rather fine, innocuous portrait of the three of us. But from what the neighbours told me, this still represents nothing of what went on. Quite a lot to see there, and similarly the chap, he looks, you can't tell, but he's well hung. So this image is quiet, calm, innocent, but really like an iceberg, there's an awful lot underneath.